from past 4 years. I almost taught 900 plus students till now. My students are placed almost in every organization all over the world. So that is how it is. What about you, Matthew?
Okay. I have worked on Oracle PL SQL for about 5 years.
Okay.
I was with Satyam Computers.
Mahindra Satyam, right now,
Yeah,
right?
Mahindra Satyam, right.
Okay. That's great. So it's the whole journey is on PL SQL?
Yeah, I've been in PL SQL development.
Okay, great. So that so learning business objects will obviously an added advantage to you. If you know PL SQL or and Oracle, it's an added advantage. Business objects learning doesn't need that much knowledge of SQL. If you know the basic SQL, like select, insert, update, and delete, that's fine to learn business objects. Because business objects actually needs your logic. How to implement a thing, how to do a task by your logic. It's actually everyday business. All the tasks that we are doing in business objects is actually the puzzle. Business. Every day there's a puzzle in our bucket and we need to solve that puzzle. The business object is quite interesting tool. So let me give you the demo for that. So in this demo, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to cover in the whole syllabus. So business objects, since it's a whole practical session, but the first 2 to 3 classes will be theoretical, in which business objects, in which I'm going to teach you first the history of the business objects, how business objects developed, what are all the version of business objects, what is the position of business objects in the market, who are the competitors, business object is based on which architecture, business objects support which architecture, how Gartner and business objects are related to each other. This is not mandatory for a business objects developer, but as per my perspective, if you are learning a tool, you need to learn it in a proper way. You need to learn it, learn its history also, because that will somehow give you an confidence that this is the tool that I'm learning. So
Maithili, I think you have this knowledge, right, Maithili? Can you reply, Maithili?
Yeah, a little bit.
So do we need
a little
this session, or shall we skip this and means right away go to BO?
No, I think it will be good to cover the history.
That's correct. Okay. Yeah, please go ahead, Sandeep. Yeah. Because what happens is sometimes some people are looking for like only the real-time thing. So what's my suggestion, Sandeep? Means like at least we have 1 hour of session, right, Sandeep? What do you say?
For the demo, I'm not going to cover the history. So I'm saying in the demo, I usually tell people how we can proceed in the whole syllabus.
Done. Okay.
I'm not going to concentrate on one subject. I'm going to give a brief introduction about, not a brief, a summary introduction about each and everything what we are going to cover in the whole syllabus.
Great. Sandeep, please go ahead.
Okay. So the first.
Sandeep, can we have a brief introduction on the?
Yeah, brief. I'm saying that is what I'm saying. A brief introduction about each and every topic that we are going to cover.
Introduction about architecture.
You want a brief introduction about architecture? Actually, okay. Let me give you. Actually, business
architecture, the interfaces.
Interfaces thing is quite big. Let me show you. Can you see my screen? This is the architecture. It's quite big. Metal. Means it's almost like 2 days to complete it, and that's quite heavy.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm giving you a small introduction about the architecture side, and means what is how business objects architecture is. But to describe the whole interface, it's actually time-consuming task. Okay. So business objects business objects is depend upon business intelligence. Business intelligence is taking a raw data from the database, turning that data into information in the form of accessible and readable reports, right? So that is BI. Business objects is fully depend upon BI, the concept of BI, and BI is actually the terminology which is developed by Gartner. Gartner provided a solution. On top of that, each and every BI tool developed. What's the Gartner solution? Gartner said, from the various sources, first create a data warehouse. On top of data warehouse, use ETL tool to purify the data, and then create another data warehouse. You can't create a report on top of this data warehouse. So you use ETL. ETL is extract, transform, and load, and then you create a data warehouse which is more proper for the reporting. And finally, do the reporting on top of this data warehouse, which is more purified form. So in this syllabus, we are concentrating on this part. Okay, this part is further divided into data warehouse. Data warehouse. On top of data warehouse, schema. On top of data warehouse, reporting. On top of data warehouse, dashboard. This is how the syllabus is. So how business objects satisfy this architecture? This is how the solution is by the Gartner. So how business objects satisfy this architecture is data warehouse coming from an ETL. Then for schema, business objects use a tool called Universe Designer. For reporting, business objects has 3 tools: Desky, that is desktop intelligence; Webby, that is web intelligence; Webby Rich Client; Webby Rich Client, and even Crystal Report. For dashboard, business objects use Performance Manager, which is not much used, right? Which is not much used nowadays. People use Crystal Excelsius. That is business objects architecture which satisfy the Gartner. This is a small introduction about that. To learn the interface, we need to learn that diagram. Okay, Mathleen?
Okay.
Okay. After the first class, the second class will be the second or third class will be the server architecture or the interfaces. Sorry. Okay. I think someone is trying to log in into my machine. Okay. After this, second and third is server management and interface. Server management. Server management is not very mandatory for the developer, because business objects job profile is divided into 2 parts. Business objects job profile is divided into administrator and the report developer. For administrator profile, it's very mandatory for you to learn Central Management Console and Central Configuration Manager. For administrator profile, you need to learn CMC and Central Configuration Manager, Central Management Console and Central Configuration Manager. For developer profile, you should learn Universe and reporting. Our syllabus is mainly designed for the developer, but we touch the administrator part also. In administrator part, server management also comes into the picture. So we'll learn server. After that, second and third class, we'll learn about the server management. We'll learn about each. These are all servers available in Business Objects. We learn about each and every server in detail and what are all the features and what are all the properties of each and every server. Actually, when we click on any report in Business Objects, that report opens in front of us. When that report opens in front of us, that we see the data and we take the decision. But somehow there are many servers which are running on background which actually help you to view that report. We learn about the functionality of those servers which help you. So these are the servers available in Business Objects. So we'll learn about the server management. After that, we will learn to the real Business Objects tools. So we started with Central Management Console. The Central Management Console is the administration utility of Business Objects. Let's assume I have 200 reports. Among 200 reports, 200 reports are used by 40 users. 40 users are divided by 4 groups: upper management, lower management, middle management, and payroll. I can't get, it's not flexible enough to give the rights of upper management to lower management. It's not flexible enough to give the rights of lower management to middle management. It's not flexible enough to give the rights of middle management to payroll. Right? Each and every group should have different rights. Giving rights to user, giving rights to group, creating user, creating groups, creating objects, giving rights to objects, managing server is all done with the help of Central Management Console. Central Management Console is the administration utility of Business Objects. And the one thing notice that this is a web utility. Looks at opens in Internet Explorer. Right? So, administrator. So we'll learn about this tool. Okay. My voice is reaching. Hello? Yeah.
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 Users are the developers or users are the people who run the reports?
Both. Users are the developers as well as users are the end users who run the report. It depends upon your project how you bifurcate it with them. In real-time scenario, under user we create groups. Not under user, we create groups first. We create groups like developer, end users, universe designers, then management. Under groups we create separate users. Got it?
Okay.
It's the same way like when we all are the citizens of India, but there are few people who are in politicians. There are few people who are in software fields, right? The same way. Got it? We all are in the same way in Business Objects. We all are users, but few are developers, few are administrators, few are end users. Got it?
Okay. Yeah.
So we'll learn about Central Management Console. And during Central Management Console, we'll learn about Central Configuration Manager. Central Configuration Manager is solely responsible for server management, and it's a desktop utility tool. The Central Management Console is a web utility, and Central Configuration Manager is a desktop utility. I hope you know about what is the difference between web utility and the desktop utility. Let me tell you. Web utility is that a product which actually run through web. So we need Internet Explorer to run that product. So you can access Central Management Console from anywhere. The only thing you need is Internet Explorer and the connectivity with the server. You don't need to install business objects in your machine. But if you want to use some desktop utility of business object, you need to install business objects, at least business objects client in your machine. Got it? After administrator part, we will move forward to developer profiles. So we'll start the developer profile with Universe Designer. Universe Designer is a schema designing tool of business objects. So there may be question that why we need a schema when the schema is already available in the data warehouse. We need a schema because business objects reporting tool, Desky, Webby, and Webby Rich client. Desky, Webby, and Webby Rich client. They are not capable enough to understand the language of data warehouse. They need some tool of their own. They need some input of their own, and that input is a universe. So they are not capable enough to know the format of the data warehouse. They need some format of their own, and that format is a universe. So I can say universe is a semantic layer between data warehouse and reporting, or universe is a middle layer between data warehouse and reporting. So let me show you a universe. This is a universe. So during the we will do the universe designing from scratch. We will learn about each and every concept of universe designing, each and every errors, because errors are the best way to learn a tool. So we'll discuss about the fan trap, chasm trap, loops, and all other functionalities. Okay. So that is how the universe designer is. After learning universe designer, we will move forward to do reporting. So we start doing reporting with the help of desktop intelligence. So desktop intelligence is not very much in use in market now. Even Business Objects XI 3.1 is the last version which support desktop intelligence. After that, there will be no existence of desktop intelligence. Then why I make emphasis on desktop intelligence? Because if you learn desktop intelligence, believe me, if you learn desktop intelligence in a proper way, you can learn any reporting tool, I'm saying any, that means you can learn any, whether it is Oracle OBIE, whether it is MicroStrategy, whether it is Cognos, you can learn any. The only thing is you need to learn desktop intelligence in a very proper way, because desktop intelligence is a bit raw. Desktop intelligence is a bit raw. It's not as smooth, as rich as any other tool. So if you learn the raw thing, if you learn the concepts, you can learn any other tool. So this is a small desktop intelligence report which I created. There are many options available here. Okay, there are many options available here. There are many options on the right click. Okay, I will explain you each and every feature of this. These all icons which are available in the toolbar, and we'll do the reporting on top of that. After learning desktop intelligence, our next task will be web intelligence. So to learn web intelligence, first we need to learn InfoView. InfoView is Business Objects Outlook. InfoView is Business Objects Outlook. Let's say Matthew, you are a user and I'm a developer. Okay. You have your own user ID and I have my own user ID. Okay. I created a report. Now I need to send that report to you. So if I send a report to you, you need to go to InfoView to check that report. Okay. It's the same way if it's the same way I have my Gmail ID and you have your own Gmail ID, right? So if I will send a report, if I will send a mail to you, where you need to go? You need to get to your Gmail inbox to check that mail, right? Right, Matthew? The same way in business objects, if I will send a report to you, you need to go to InfoView to check that report. Okay?
Okay.
So you can say InfoView is actually a outlook or mailbox of business objects. So it's almost, look, the look and feel is almost same. Look, if we have an inbox, we have my favorites folder. We have public folders available here. So I can see your inbox report, you can see my inbox report. Okay?
Okay.
So from here, InfoView gives you the way to navigate to Web Intelligence, new Web Intelligence document. So Web Intelligence is very much in use in the market, and the whole market is dependent upon Web Intelligence and WebArich Client. And then further in the near future, Web Intelligence and WebArich Client is the reporting tool which is actually used by business objects.
So is this how reports are sent to users in real time?
Come again?
So this is how reports are sent to users in real time?
Yes. To send the report to the user, we need to schedule the report. We need to schedule the report. Schedule the report from InfoView. Just give me 5 minutes that I will show you. Okay. So this is actually I'm just right now I'm showing you how to create the report. How to create the report. Okay. So look, this is also a reporting tool. Okay. After learning a desktop intelligence, you will find very easy to grab web intelligence. But if you move forward in a backward way, means learn web intelligence and then you will move forward to desktop intelligence, you will find desktop intelligence is a bit raw. So better to learn desktop intelligence and then come to web intelligence. So this is a web intelligence document. So just a minute. There are many other features available in web intelligence. I will show you during the class. And how to send the, sorry, I closed it by mistake. And as you asked the question that how to send a report to the user, like in a Gmail, you need to compose a mail while sending a report. But in business objects, you need to schedule that. Right click, schedule. Okay. So here in scheduling, you need to click on format and destination. Okay. You need to come on destination options and settings. Intelligence. Inbox. Use the job server defaults. Look, as soon as you uncheck the job server default, you will get the user list here. Like we have Bharat, we have Devaki, Ghanshyam, Kirti. There are many users available here, right? You can choose one user. So click on the selected recipients and click on schedule. It will go to that user's inbox. Got it?
Okay.
That is how the report sends in a real-time scenario. Okay. So after learning InfoView and Web Intelligence, we will move forward to the next tool of business objects, that is WebArich Client. WebArich Client is WebArich Client is again a reporting tool of business objects, same as desktop intelligence and web intelligence, but desktop intelligence, web intelligence, WebArich Client, as a reporting wise, they all are same, but they have their own features, they have their own usage, they have their own value in the business objects architecture. So Same as desktop intelligence, WebEdge client is again a desktop utility tool. Among desktop intelligence, web intelligence, WebEdge client, Desky and WebEdge is a desktop utility tool, and web intelligence is a web utility tool. So this is the report of WebEdge client. Okay. So I will show you each and every feature during the class. After completion of WebEdge client, this will be the end of business object XI 3.1 session. So actually, when I talk about business objects, Matthew, I forgot to tell you that when we talk about business object is not a tool. People all over all over world. There are many people who believe that business objects is a tool. BO is not a tool. It's an organization. It was an organization. Now it's a part of SAP Labs. So as an organization, BO has almost 144 different products. And among 144 different products, their most hype product is Business Objects Enterprise Reporting. Their most hype and their most hit product is hype is a wrong word actually. It's actually Business Objects is a hit product. Business Objects Enterprise Reporting is a hit product. So that is what we are learning here. BOXI 3.1. Okay. Other than that, so BO Enterprise Reporting is one of the product of 144 product. The second product is Crystal Report. The third one is Crystal Excelsior. Fourth one is Voyager. They are different products. Means in my 7 years of career, I hardly see 10 products of business objects. So there are many products which finance domain people that use. There are many projects which HR people use. So in that way there are 144 different products. So with WebEdge client are the first part, that is BO Enterprise Reporting ends. The next, after WebEdge client, the next, yeah.
What is the difference between InfoView and WebEdge client?
InfoView is a portal from where you can send a report to different users. You can view your own reports. Even you can design web intelligence report by navigating to web intelligence portal, right? But
okay.
WebEdge client is solely responsible for report creation. Are you getting my point? Look, InfoView is a mailbox. InfoView is a mailbox from where you can see your report. Okay, I give you a very basic example so that you can understand. Your Microsoft Outlook, right? The difference between Microsoft Outlook and Microsoft Excel is the same difference between Business Objects InfoView and WebEdge client. Understand? From Microsoft Outlook, you can see your mails. You can send a mail to some different users. But Microsoft Excel won't help you to create reports, right? Getting my point,
yeah.
Nancy? The same way,
yes.
Business Objects InfoView help you to view your report, help you to send your reports to different users, help you to manage your reports in a proper way. But WebEdge client help you to generate those reports. Got it?
Okay, so even if we use WebEdge client to create reports, we'll be using InfoView to send the reports across to users?
Yes.
Okay.
Right? Like that's why I always use Microsoft examples, because people are very familiar with Microsoft. The same way, let's assume we both are working for the same organization. Okay, we you created a Microsoft Word document, okay? You created a Microsoft Word document. Now you want me to send. From where you can send?
Outlook.
Outlook, right? The same way.
Yeah.
The same way.
Okay.
Whatever report you create, you need to send it. You need to save it into the info view and then send it to me. Got it?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So after completing WebRich client, the next 3 classes will be the real-time scenario classes. So we'll talk about real-time scenario. Whatever scenario I designed for my students, I will provide you, and we'll practice on that. So even if you have some scenarios in your mind, you can share with us, and we will practice it in the next 3 classes. So it will be more than 3 classes, but at least we will practice the real-time scenario in at least 3 classes. After completion of the real-time scenario, then we'll move forward to the next product of business object as organization, that is Crystal Report. Crystal Report is quite easy to use, and our main emphasis is on business objects, enterprise reporting. But Crystal Report and Crystal Excel sheets is actually an added advantage if you learn it. So let me show you a simple Crystal Report.
Okay.
So I'm choosing customer name, city, country. The look and feel of Crystal Report is almost same as Microsoft Word or Microsoft Excel. So it's not very hard to learn.
Okay, so we don't need a universe for this?
No, we don't need. So Crystal Reports can do the reporting directly on the database. Only you need a connection, that's it. But you can,
okay.
That's what means you can create a report on top of universe. You have an option available to create a report on top of universe. If you want to create a business, because business of the best practices says that always create report on universe. So you can create report on universe, but you can create report directly on database. That is possible. And after that, the last topic will be the Crystal Excel sheets. Quite an interesting topic. Very easy to learn and very beautiful tool, Crystal Excel sheets. It's very easy to learn. If you grab a logic once, it's easy. It's quite easy. It's hard to grab the logic, but after you grab the logic, it's very easy. So as the name suggests, Excel sheets, that means it's the Excel sheets. That means the source file is Excel. That's why look, even in the frame itself there is an Excel document. So let me show you a sample file. It's quite Crystal Excel sheets is not a reporting tool. The client of Middle East, they usually say that Crystal Excel sheets is a reporting tool, but no, Crystal Excel sheets is not a reporting tool. Crystal Excel sheets is a presentation tool. It's a dashboard building tool, but it's not a reporting tool.
Okay.
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 Look, this is how the Crystal Excel sheets is. Look, when I click on this pie chart, the column chart automatically changes. Can you see it? Look.
Okay. Yeah.
because of traffic, you find it a little bit slow, but actually it's quite flexible. It's quite smooth. When I click on pie chart, it's in a very smooth way. The chart changes. So that is how the Crystal Excel sheets is. Crystal Excel sheets help you to create a presentation in a very interactive way. You know, all the cricket matches, World Cup, then all the news channels, CNN, IBN, Star News, all uses Crystal Excel sheets to present their charts. That's why their charts are interactive. Let's assume when there are elections, okay? When there are elections, so CNN, IBN shows all over America's chart, and when the reporter click on a part of America, okay, the voting results pop up, right? That's the Crystal Excel sheets. When we see the World Cup when we saw the World Cup matches, right? What's the run rate of India and what's the run rate of Sri Lanka, right? So that's the Crystal Excel sheets. So that is how it is. Okay.
Okay.
So we'll do practice on.
Sandeep, when we have Webby rich client, then where do we need Crystal reports?
Crystal reports have their own usage. That's not much in use and market, but Crystal report is used for the printable reports. Whenever you want, let's say in some organization, you want your reports to be in a printable format. Okay, you want the reports hard copy so that you can send it to the different user. Crystal Excel sheets is the only tool which help you in a very hard copy format. Look, we have a report header, page header. Look, the report looks like in a very printable format. Can you see it? Look, right?
Okay.
That's the main use of Crystal report. Crystal report gives you the report in a printable format. Okay, so it's actually when we in a project, when we use Webby Desk Plan, we don't usually use Crystal report.
Okay. Can we create a report in, say, Webby or Webby Rich client, and then check in Crystal reports?
Then export that report into the Crystal report?
Yeah.
No, we can't through Webby. We can't through Webby. In Desky also, no, it's not possible. We can we can create a Crystal report on top of Universe, because Webby is a web-based tool, web-based reporting. Webby is a web-based reporting. Even you can't save a web report to a desktop. You can save a Webby Rich Client report in a desktop, but you can't save a Web Intelligence report into a desktop. Look, this is just a minute. Let me show you. This is a Web Intelligence report. Okay, let me create a report, simple report for you. Look, when I save this report, save to my computer as Excel, PDF, CSV. But you can't save the report in a Webby format. But if you save as, click on Save As, there is no way you can save this report into your computer. If that report is not available in your computer on a PC, you can't export, you can't check in that report to the different tool. Got it?
Okay.
And as I told you, in a project, in a project which is on a business objects enterprise reporting, Webby Desk here, Webby Desk Plan, Crystal report usually not used. Crystal report, when a organization can't afford business objects enterprise reporting, they usually go to Crystal reports. Crystal report is less costly as comparison to business objects enterprise reporting. When they don't have any tool for enterprise reporting, they usually go to Crystal report. Okay.
Okay.
So that will be the whole syllabus. I will share. I have all the notes available from SAP Labs, even my handwritten notes. Okay. I will share all the notes with you during the class. I have certifications. I cleared certification and have the idea that how to clear the certification. Dumps and notes are not available online. Okay, even not available anywhere. Okay, but there are few documents from where if you learned, you can clear the certification if you work hard on that. Okay, I have those notes available. I will share all the notes with you. So that is how the class will be.
Okay. Okay. So total, how many hour training will this be?
The total it is 30 to 35 hours training. So it depends upon. Few people are very grab the thing in a very smooth way. Few people they are slow learners. If they are slow learners, it will take much time. If they are fast learner, maybe it will wrap within 25 to 30 hours. So its average is 30 hours. It will
Okay.
take 30 hours. And it will be the alternate days